Well, I had maybe 5 minutes to get over it before it actually ended. That last play or two took forever down there. It seemed that the Supreme Court was going to adjudicate whatever happened. It went up on appeal. Uh, yeah, that one stung. I've been stung before. I know how it feels, and I know how you have to react to it. It doesn't do any good to throw a tantrum. You just have to pick yourself up and go on, and so there is going to be a while before you get to find out the next time. That's just part of it.
You know how tough it is to win in this league. Do you feel like you guys have figured something out as far as the run you're on? I mean, it's an extraordinary run, especially for this franchise to be able to have this many playoff appearances.
Well, thank you. We are 5 times into the playoffs in a row, and there are 3 other teams that have done that. That's pretty good. We're up there with Boston and Green Bay and Denver. That's good company. But they somehow marched on and we didn't. So people see us differently. They see us in some way as a team that has fallen short. We have to correct that. Everybody here knows that. We don't have to be told about it. But we have to go out in the field and do it. And that'll play out as it will. We'll see.
We know the players and coaches are excited for training camp. What is your sense when you look forward to what this team could be and you see it next week?
Well, I look forward to it. Believe me, I've done nothing else for about 80 years now. And it's what I know and it's what I do. And to me, it's fascinating. I'm very lucky to be in the position I am and involved with this. It's exciting stuff. And yet it isn't easy. Maybe the reason it's so exciting is it's so challenging. They all think they're going to win too, you know. When you get into the ring with one of them, they think they're going to knock you out. And you might think you're going to knock them out, but the match will tell. That's how it unfolds.
Good many fans would probably say, why is Marvin Lewis still the coach? Because he can't win a playoff game. What gives you confidence in Marvin for quite some time now that he's been your coach and been very consistent?
He's been here going on to 14 years. That's about as long as anyone in the NFL. I think Belichick's been with the Patriots longer, but other than that, Marvin's been with us longer than other coaches. Why? Because we trust him, we believe in him, we think he's a good coach. We've had a good run. And yes, at the end it conspired against us, but those games were very close. They were decided by a play or two. And maybe the next time out, if we get there, and it's hard to get there, that's a challenge. For us right now, we're focused on that. But if we get there, maybe the ball bounce our way finally. I'd like to think it will.
Did you allow yourself to think, what if, with that team last year, if Andy doesn't break his thumb, if that play against the Steelers goes a different way, what could have been?
When that happened, I was seated next to my brother, and I just looked at him and said, that's it. I knew what it meant. And yet we did remarkably well, even though we were operating without our key guy. As it went on after that, I was very proud of the team, the way it responded.
You alluded to the good run. You've alluded to the good run that you guys have had, and when you have a good run, other teams wind up wanting your coaches. As the owner of this team, I mean, Marvin talks about guys graduating all the time. Is that something that you look forward to, seeing these guys getting bigger and better opportunities, or you wish you could kind of hoard all these guys and keep them around?
Well, we've had good guys leave, and when you see that, it is a compliment to your team that we've had these good guys here, that we found them, that they came on here, that people began to think highly of them enough to make them head coaches. Every one of them we think of as friends, and we want them to succeed. We want Hugh to succeed in Cleveland, except when he comes around us. And Zimmer is a guy we all love. and we want him to win that whole division over there. We don't see him so much, so we don't worry about that, and the same in Washington. But these are good guys. It's credit to Marvin that they've graduated upwards, and really Marvin should be proud of it. It says something about him.
You created a culture with the contracts you've given guys that have come up through the ranks that encourages guys that if they play hard, they do things the right way, they'll be here. How important is that to you and to the franchise as well?
To develop players internally?
Yeah, like the contracts you've given out to guys that have come through G.
Well, you hit on one of the things that we choose to do. We would prefer that our own people move up than we get into the acquisition game and try to win away players in free agency. It's a formula that I think has shown well here. It's not foolproof, but it's our choice, and I would tell you we will plan to stick with it until proven otherwise.
London is a ways off, but it's obviously great exposure for your franchise to go overseas, but you lose a home game here. What's your kind of thoughts on the London game?
We do lose a home game to go play in London, and that is knowingly accepting a disadvantage. We have elected to go over there, and we chose to do it because we are late to the party. Other teams around the league have been doing this for years, and we feel the responsibility to pull our full weight in the league. And that's the primary reason why we chose to do it. It'll be exciting. I've never been to London, but it's a terrible way to waste a vacation because I'm not going to see anything. I'm just going to go over there for the football game, and that's it.
What are the biggest challenges facing your league right now? You get together with your owners. Is there anything that you say, or it seems like you've had to deal with a lot of things in past years. Do you think there are certain things still on the table that are going to cause problems in this league?
Well, there certainly are, and you could talk about any number of things. I find it unfortunate when we get talking about things that don't pertain to the game. To me, the NFL is the game. It isn't stadiums. It isn't who makes how much money. It's who plays and does well on the field. And whenever we drift off into those other conversations, I think we're making a mistake.
You've lived in this town for a lot of years, I guess since the late 60s or so. You run into probably a lot of people. Do they feel better about the team? Do they feel better about you because of the run you've made?
Well, I just told the guys in the sitting before I came over here, I don't know how they feel about me. Jack Brennan, our PR guy, was telling me he drove down from Clifton to come to work. He lives up there. And he was driving behind a pickup truck that had "Vote for Trump" on it. And then down below it said, "Mike Brown still stinks." So I haven't made altogether 100% progress. But I do think, as far as the team is concerned, that we are seen in a good light, that people respect the team. And that, to me, is the most important thing.
What's the biggest thing you get out of day in, day out, being a part of this franchise and carrying on the legacy? What's the
well,
satisfaction?
it's what I know, and it's all I've ever done. I am honored to be able to do it. I wouldn't know what to do if I didn't do it. That's why I keep on doing it. Maybe it's coming time that someone pull me aside and let me know to sit down. But I like it. There's nothing to me more interesting than this. It probably dropped in my head. But if I had a choice in the morning to go to anywhere, Acapulco, to the president's office, to anywhere, I'd rather go here and go out in the field and watch our guys practice and see how they're doing. That to me is great fun. I get my life satisfaction that way.
What would a Super Bowl championship mean to you personally?
It's the one thing that hangs out there that we have not achieved. And would I take satisfaction in it? I would take the deepest satisfaction in it. But if it happens, great, and if it doesn't, I'm still going to wake up in the morning and go about whatever needs to be done.